Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. This morning we're going to have a smoothie with double greens again because boy is that working for us. But I wanted to share with you that yesterday we had forgotten that we had to take Peppy, our little poodle, the one that's 14 years old, in to get his teeth cleaned. And we only do that every 2 or 3 years, but he was in dire need of having his teeth cleaned, getting all that tartar off, even all the back teeth. But anyway, he had to have 2 teeth pulled. Yeah, he had broken one in the back here and then one right in there. Not the canines, but those little itty-bitty teeth in between was loose, so Dr. Harris went ahead and pulled that one. So anyway, he got a shot of antibiotics because he had the teeth pulled, and I have to give him clindamycin, which is really the same kind of antibiotic that humans take. And of course, Wheeler is still on the cephalexin, and of course he's on prednisone. So Dr. Harris checked his urine again, and it's still not where he wants it to be, so we're going to continue on with the antibiotic for Wheeler, and of course he's continuing with the prednisone, and he's doing great. But he probably is going to have to take the prednisone the rest of his life, which is fine, and I know there are side effects to it, but you know, it's better than a temperature of 105, right? So he's suspecting that he has got an autoimmune disease, kind of like, well, I don't know what it's like, but that's what he thinks he has, which means that his own body kind of works against him. And so the prednisone, what it does is suppresses the immune system, because the immune system is what was causing that temperature of 105. So anyway, we're going to just keep working with him, but he's definitely back to normal, what I would call normal. So anyway, that's why I didn't post yesterday, because we had to go early, and we did have a smoothie, but I fixed it, you know, lightning fast so we could get on the road to get both Wheeler and Peppy to the vet's office. So anyway, this morning we're going to have, of course, the baby greens again. That's 2 big handfuls. And we're also having frozen kale. That's those 3 little cubes right there. Valencia orange, cream of wheat and oatmeal. And of course I've got my carrots now. And then the dates to sweeten it. And I also got bananas yesterday with the peeling on them, yeah. And also this morning we're going to add the pears, because these are going to go bad if I don't, you know, use them right away. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and peel these and we'll just talk. So, I'm working on the Roman shades. And the thing with Roman shades is that you have to measure everything exact. I mean, you can't even be off like 1/4 of an inch, or they won't really hang right. So I've been working on those as time permitted, because you know you got to do all your other stuff in your house too, like the wash and preparing meals and you know all that kind of stuff. So, but I am making progress now. I was hoping, really hoping, to have them done by Saturday, and I'm still hoping to do that, but I'm going to have to work really hard today to do that. So I've got 4 of those shades to make, and I thought about not doing a tutorial on it, or not, you know, videotaping. And then I thought, well, yeah, I'm going to do that. But then I looked at some of the videos on YouTube showing how to make Roman shades, and I do mine a little different. So I thought, well, you know, I really need to go ahead and post that. So the last one I make, since I'm making 4, the last one I make, I'm going to videotape how I'm making it and how I'm doing the measuring and all that. And maybe that will encourage some of y'all to make your own Roman shade, because if you buy them, they are super expensive. And if you make them, you can make them out of the material that you want, because when you buy them, you don't have that many choices on material. At least that's what I've noticed, that you just don't have that many choices. Okay, my pear is a little overripe in the middle there. I'm going to cut that out. Yeah, we love these little Bartlett pears with the baby greens as a salad, and use the raspberry dressing. Ooh, so good, so good. So here's the other thing. I'm going to make a pizza tonight, and I'm going to try really hard to copy the pizza that we get at our local Greek pizza place. And Mr. Bucky is the one that came up with the idea of what he thinks they use to make theirs so good. So I won't tell y'all what that is, but we're going to do that tonight for our Friday evening meal. Yeah. Ooh, the banana had a bad place on it. Ooh. But, ooh, several bad places. So I'm definitely going to get some bananas from the farmer's market, and of course freeze them in the peeling. But right now I don't have room in my freezer, so I'm going to have to wait a week or so on that. Oh, and the other thing I did, gotta tell you this. Yeah, this banana was really not good. Ugh. Alright, gonna squeeze the little ends out that I cut off, and the top ends. Just squeeze them and it pops right out. Oop, that one popped out and got away. Alright, so what I did was I bought some New York strip steaks from Bilo. They're exactly like the ones I got from Walmart, which I did the video on last Sunday afternoon. And we're going to do the same thing with the Bilo steaks, only we're going to cook them a little bit different, because one of the subscribers mentioned a video and sent me a little link to the video on this guy cooking steaks totally frozen and then putting them in the oven. And so we're going to do it that way. We're going to try it. But anyway, I think these will be tender. The ones at Walmart just were not. There's no other way to say. They just were not. And what I ended up doing, because really on my steak I only ate probably 4 or 5 little bites, and I put the rest of it in some water and cooked it. And I promise you, I cooked it for an hour before it got tender enough to actually eat. So hey, you could do beef stew probably about in that length of time. Anyway, alright, so we're ready. I've got the pears all peeled. And I'm going to dump this stuff in. Now what I've started doing in the morning, when I first get up, the very first thing I do is take the smoothie stuff out of the freezer. So that's the orange juice, the frozen kale, carrots, cream of wheat and oatmeal, and of course the dates to sweeten it. So that's what I've been doing for a while now. And that's working pretty good, because at night, several people had suggested, well, just take it out at night and put it in the refrigerator. Well, here's the thing. At night, I'm never hungry, of course, never. And so I can't think what we want to have for our smoothie the next morning. You know, I just don't know. And since we got a lot of different choices in the freezer, I thought, well, I'll just start taking it out in the morning. Peanut butter is a got to have for Mr. Bucky. So I'll put that in right in the top. And just generally use a whole cup of water. Now this morning I'm not using hot water. I wanted to just see how that would go. In the past few days I've been using hot water to help thaw everything out. But this morning I'm just going to use regular tap water. It's not even the filtered water. Alright. Oh, I didn't tell you about the persimmons. got to tell you about that. And look what I found. Isn't that great? Now, they are very expensive. $1.99 each. And I got 5 of them. So think of this. I spent right at $10 on persimmons. That's how much I love them. Anyway, I'm going to make some persimmon pudding now. I've already done a video on that. I might put a link for that down below. But these are the sweet persimmons. The ones that aren't as sweet, the way you can tell, is they're kind of dome-shaped on top. They look like a, I don't know what they look like. But they're see how this is flat, sort of? The ones that are bitter, and you have to really like freeze them or do something so they'll lose that bitterness. These are not like that, but those are shaped kind of down like that. And these are more flat on top, see? But anyway, and also these are seedless, which is great. But anyway, we love them, love them, love them. So I got those at Bilo. I always ask when I go in there in the fall of the year, or really starting even in September, if they have persimmons. And so the produce guy was walking by, and I said, "Excuse me, do y'all have any persimmons?" And he said, "I think we do." I was so thrilled I could hardly stand it. So anyway, all right. So here's the thing ready to be mixed up. So here we go. That went pretty well. So if I can take the smoothie cubes that I'm going to use out of the freezer when I very first get up, I mean that's the first thing I do, get up, come downstairs, open the freezer, take out what we're going to use in the smoothie, then I do well. We got just a little over 40 ounces this morning, which is great, and we've got double greens. Delicious. And we don't need to mix that anymore. All right, so what did that take? 30 seconds? But see, they were still partially frozen. Those little cubes were. And it is a little thicker this morning than usual, but that's okay. Yeah, so we take our vitamins at the same time that we have our smoothie. Because your vitamins really need some carbs so that they can ride in on the carbs into your cells. So you really should probably always take your vitamins with food of some kind. I want to get all of that out. See, we did really well this morning. All right, let's see. I can't think of anything else to share right now. I told Mr. Bucky yesterday, without fail, I am working on my Roman shades today. Now I've got, the basic material and the lining all sewn together, pressed out and everything. But I'm doing the measuring now to, make sure my folds work out exactly right. And so then it's just a matter of putting them up. Now I'm making 3. And the 4th one I'm saving. I'll probably do that tomorrow and then videotape this little steps because it's really not that hard. But, well, yeah it is. It's hard because of all the measuring that you have to do. And it has to be exact because I am making the kind that fits inside the window frame. So the measuring has to be exact. It does. You can't. I mean, you really can't even be off 1/4 of an inch. But anyway, we will see y'all. Maybe we'll do the video on the pizza tonight because I am going to do it different. I'm trying my best to copy the one that we get from our local pizza place because it is so good. It really is. And I've tried before and never quite got it. Now, Mr. Buggy says, oh, I like your pizzas better. But what I think he likes about my pizza better is it doesn't cost $20 or $25. That's what he likes about it. But theirs is just always so creamy. And so anyway, we're going to try one more time, this time doing something very different to see if I can't copy what they're making down there. All right, we will see y'all next time.